Students, see, in the lesson of animal classification, we studied, that is, the kingdom Animalia is divided into two subkingdoms, that is non-chordates and chordates. Now, non-chordates, it's divided into 10 phylums, isn't it? And we studied about those 10 phylums in detail. Now, in the subkingdom chordates, there is only one phylum, that is the phylum Chordata. I that is explained this phylum Chordata to you, right? Yes, and that is, it is divided into three sub phylums, okay, that is Urochordata, Cephalochordata and Vertebrata. Now this, this vertebrata which is there, it is again divided into 6 classes. So see, let us study those 6 classes in detail. Now the first class is Cyclostomata. Now these animals have jawless mouth provided with sucker. So these animals, they are not having any jaw, okay, and they are provided, their mouth is provided with a sucker, you can see over here, okay, so that it can suck. Their skin is soft. So how is the skin? It is very soft and without any scale on it. So they do not have any scales on their body, and their body, that is their skin, is very soft. Paired appendages are absent. So you can see in this figure itself, there is no appendages, right? So no paired appendages are present. Then endoskeleton is cartilaginous, okay, the inside skeleton, it is made up of cartilage. Most of the animals are ectoparasites, they depend on the host for their food, but they do not live inside the host, they live outside the host. That is why they are called as ectoparasites. Examples are petromyzon and myxin. Students, let us see the general characters of Cyclostomata in this video clip.
Class Cyclostomata. Class Cyclostomata includes the most primitive vertebrates. The term cyclostoma is derived from two Greek words, cyclos, meaning round, and stoma, meaning mouth. They are mostly aquatic animals found in both marine and fresh water. General characteristics. Body is elongated and eel-like. Skin is soft, slimy, smooth and scaleless. Single and median nostril present. Mouth is round, septorial and jawless. Gills are the respiratory organ. Endoskeleton is cartilaginous. Notochord persists throughout the life. Heart is two-chambered. Gonad is single and fertilization is external. Example, petromyzon, lamperi, myxin, that is hagfish, delostoma, hagfish, etc.
So I'm sure you must have understood this, isn't it? The general characters of Cyclostomata. Now see, pieces, okay? These are cold-blooded aquatic animals living in marine and fresh waters. So the animals from this species, okay, they live in water. They live only in water, okay. Yes, and they are cold-blooded. Cold-blooded means what? Yes, we human beings are warm-blooded animals, isn't it? Why? Because see, even though the atmospheric temperature changes, okay, our body temperature does not change according to the atmospheric temperature. It is constant, isn't it? Yes, if even if the temperature of our body increases little also, we say we are having temperature. That means our health is not good. We are not keeping well, right? Yes. Now see, but these animals from the class species, they are cold-blooded animals. Means what? They that is the temperature. It depends on the temperature of the atmosphere. If the outside temperature is cold, their body will also be cold. Okay. Yes. So that is why it's called as poikilotherms. Okay. Now these animals, they live in marine and fresh water. So you find them in seas and oceans, and you find them in lakes, rivers as well. Okay. Now see, body is spindle shaped. Okay. See, you can see the body. Okay. It is spindle shaped to minimize water resistance. There is lot of force in the water. Now, so see, to minimize the resistance of the water, okay, the body is spindle shaped so that it can easily swim in the water. They have paired and unpaired fins for swimming. Okay, so they are having paired fins as well as they are having unpaired fins also. Now you can see these fins which are there, you are finding on both the sides. So they are paired, but some fins are there which are not paired. Like you can see over here, this is dorsal fin. It's not paired, isn't it? So tail fin is useful as a steering organ during swimming. Okay. So this paired and unpaired fins, for what they are used? They are used for swimming. And this tail fin which is there, okay, or caudal fin, it is useful as a steering organ. Okay. So it's used as a steering. In a vehicle, how the steering helps, just like that here also, to change the direction and all. Okay, this caudal fin is going to be useful. Now exoskeleton is in the form of scales, and endoskeleton is either cartilaginous or bony. So the exoskeleton, the outside skeleton, okay, the scales are present on this outside skeleton. You saw in the case of cyclostomata, the animals found in cyclostomata, there were no scales on the skin, isn't it, on the body. But here the exoskeleton, you find scales on the exoskeleton. And the endoskeleton which is there, it can be either cartilaginous or it might be bony also. Now in the case of cyclostomata, it was cartilaginous, isn't it? But here it might be bony also. Then respiration occurs with gills. Okay. So how does the respiration take place? It occurs with the help of gills. You can see the gill slits here, right? Yes. So the respiration, it occurs with the help of gills. Examples are rohu, pomfret, seahorse, shark, electric ray and sting ray, etc. Students, let us see the general characters summarized. Let us revise it by seeing this video again.
The word Pisces comes from the Indo-European root pesk. It means fish. They are exclusively aquatic animals. They obtain oxygen dissolved in water by using gills. The animals of Pisces have streamlined body and have fins and a muscular tail which is used for movement. They have a cartilaginous or bony skeleton. The skin is covered with scales or plates. They are cold-blooded animals, that is, their body temperature changes with change in atmospheric temperature. Their heart is two-chambered. Their eyes are without eyelids. They have nostrils. They lay eggs. Some common examples of Pisces are Scoliodon, dogfish, Syncheuropus, mandarin fish. Syncheuropus, mandarin fish, Pterois, lionfish, electric ray, stingray, etc.
Okay, now see this diagram, okay, of Scoliodon, that is the dog fish. Okay, see, this is the lateral line, this is the dorsal fin, this is the caudal fin, this is the ventral fin, pelvic fin, pectoral fin. There are the gill slits over here for respiration. Then you find eyes over here. You saw just now that eyes do not have eyelids, isn't it? So we close our eyes with the help of eyelids, isn't it? But here in the fish there are no eyelids. Then there is a mouth over here. Okay, now see, the next one is class Amphibia. Now these animals are strictly aquatic during larval life and perform only aquatic respiration, whereas they can live in water as well as on land during adult life and can perform aquatic as well as aerial respiration. Now you have seen frogs, isn't it? Yes. Now see, the larva, in the larva stage, these frogs, okay, when they are in the larva stage, that is larval stage, that time they are strictly prohibited to water. Means what? They live only in water, okay, and perform only aquatic respiration. Means they can respire only in water. If you take them out of the water, they will not be able to respire, they will die immediately. So they can perform respiration only in water, and that is why in the larval stage of these animals you will find them only in water, whereas they can live in water as well as on land during adult life. So when they become adults, okay, that time they can live in water as well as you will find them on land also. Why? Because that during adult stage they can perform aquatic respiration as well as aerial respiration. Aerial respiration means they can perform respiration on land also, in the air also. Okay, so in the adult stage they can live both on land as well as in water. They have two pairs of appendages. Digits are without claws. Okay, so they have two pairs. You can see here 1 and 2, right? Yes. So they have two pairs of appendages. Digits are without claws. You can see here there is no claw present. Okay, so digits are not having any claws. Exoskeleton is absent. Okay, skin is without any derivative and usually keep moist for respiration. Okay, so see, the exoskeleton is absent. There is no upper layer on the skin. Okay, and see, the skin, okay, is usually kept moist. It's always moist. Okay, if you touch them, they are slimy, isn't it? Yes, so they are kept moist. Why? For respiration, so that they can respire. Then see, Skinner, okay, external ear is absent. Okay, you do not find any external ear. You are having no pinna and all outside, yes, but here in the case of frog, okay, there is no external ear, but tympanum is present. Okay, you will find a canal, okay, tympanum, it is present. Neck is absent. Do you find any neck in the frog? No, there is no neck. Eyes are prominent with eyelids. Okay, so there are eyes and it is having eyelid also. Okay. Now examples are frog, toad, salamander, etc. So these are the examples. You see these frogs, especially now in the rainy season you find them, isn't it? See, the diagram also is important. Okay, this frogs. Now see, these are the nares. Okay, just like nose. Then you can see a mouth. Okay, then there is this eyes. So there it's covered with an that means it is having eyelid also. Then there is a tympanum here. Okay, so the outer that is ear, external ear is absent, but tympanum is present. Then there is trunk, you can see. Okay, there is no neck found in the case of frog. Okay, direct there is a trunk. Then the skin is very soft and moist also, remember. Then this is the forearm. Okay, and this is the leg. You can see the jointed appendage. Okay, see, I'll show you. The jointed, it's like this, again it's like this, isn't it? So it's joined. So jointed appendage, two pairs of jointed appendage is present. In the case of toad, the skin is rough. So let us see a small clip regarding the general characters of class Amphibia.
Class Amphibia. Class Amphibia includes animals which are adapted to live in water and on land. The word amphibia is derived from two Greek words, amphi meaning dual and bios meaning life. Generally, amphibians have two phases in their life.
See, amphibia, the word itself is telling you, okay? Amphi means what? Dual means what? It can live both on land and water, isn't it? That is why it is called as amphibia.
1. Larval stage called tadpole, which lives in water like a fish. And 2. Adult, which lead a terrestrial mode of life. General characteristics. They are cold-blooded or poikilothermic animals that can live both on land and in water. Skin is scaleless, soft and glandular. The body is divided into head and trunk. They do not have a neck. Two pairs of pentadactyl limbs, that is 5-digit limbs, are present. Digits are toes without claws. Limbs may be absent in some cases. External ear is absent. The eardrum, tympanum, lies on the skin surface. Presence of 3-chambered heart with 2 auricle and 1 ventricle. Eyelids are movable and nictitating membrane is present. The tongue is sticky, covered with mucus. Presence of paired nostrils. Skin, gills and lungs are the respiratory organs. Males have air sacs. They are oviparous. Fertilization is external.
Oviparous means
Example,
what?
frog,
They can lay
rana,
eggs.
Toad, buffo, salamander, siren, hyla or tree frog, axolotl. Class Amphibia. They are Apoda, example Ichthyophis, Urodela, example Amphiuma salamandra, Anura, example Rana frog, Buffo, Hyla tree frog.
Now see, students, we studied in detail about the 3 classes of subphylum Vertebrata, isn't it? That is Cyclostomata, Pisces and Amphibians. Now see, the characters are very important and you should be able to differentiate this also. Okay, so that is, see, in the case of Cyclostomata, they are jawless. Okay, mouth, they are having sucker, their skin is soft, there is no scale. Then the appendages, the paired appendages are absent. Endoskeleton is cartilaginous, and the animals are ectoparasites, means they are parasites. They depend on the host for food and they live, but they do not live inside the body of host. They live outside the body of host. Pieces you saw. Pieces means what? Fishes. Okay. Then they live only in, that is you find them only in water. They live both in marine water as well as they are freshwater dwellers. Okay. Then the body. Okay. This is very important. It is spindle shaped. Okay. So that it can minimize the water resistance. They are having both paired fins and unpaired fins for swimming. Okay. And there is a caudal fin also, which acts like a steering organ. Then the exoskeleton. Okay, you will find scales on the exoskeleton, and the exoskeleton might be cartilaginous or bony also, and the respiration takes place with the help of gills. Okay. Then the amphibians you saw. Okay, they live both on land as well as in water, and that is why they are called as amphibians. But when they live both in land as well as in water, only when they become adults. But in the larval stage, you will find them only in water. Okay, they cannot respire in the air outside. Okay, but when they become adults, they can perform both aquatic as well as aerial respiration. Then they are having two pairs of paired appendages, isn't it? And they do not have any claws, only digits are present. Then exoskeleton is absent. Skin is without any derivative and they keep moist for respiration. External ear is absent. Okay, there is no external ear, but remember there is tympanum. Okay, neck is absent. There is no neck in the frog. Okay, eyes are prominent with eyelids, means eyes are having eyelids. So see, these were the general characters of the three classes: Cyclostomata, Pieces and amphibians. But there are total of 6 classes, right? So let us study about this reptilia, aves and mammalia in the next video. Okay. So there is use your brain power also. Okay. So let us go through this in the next video.